Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this purple and orange kind of sunset. It reminds me of a sunset at least. Eyeshadow look with the Morphe X James Charles palette. I absolutely love this palette. The pigmentation is insane and it blends out super amazing. I know in one video James had said that you are supposed to use a primer for your base. I use a concealer and it blends out perfectly fine for me, so sorry James, I don't mean to break your rules or whatever, but it's just what works for me. So if you want to see how to get this look, go ahead and keep on watching and like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and thank you. First, I'm going to be taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Fair Beige, and I'm just going to be taking my damp beauty blender and blending that all over my eyes just as a base so nothing creases. Now I'm going to be taking my Pretty Vulgar translucent powder from the powder room with my Morphe fluffy brush, and I'm just going to be packing that all over my lid as a base color. That way everything blends evenly and doesn't crease, and it just leaves everything looking nice and beautiful. Now going in with my Morphe James Charles palette, taking the color Canvas, and I'm just going to be taking a small kind of fluffy brush from Morphe, and I'm just going to be taking that and putting it in my outer V and bringing it all the way into my crease, and that's going to be one of my transition shades, just to help everything once again blend out evenly. You know, start from light and just add on the dark until you get what you want. Just blending that into my crease, making sure it is all even bringing it into my inner V and down to my lash line. And we're just blending super soft, not pushing hard at all. Then going in with the color Punch Me, and I'm just gonna go right back over where I put that once again just to darken it up before we add on some orange, and bringing that all the way into the crease as well. Blending, blending, blending it out, blending it in, blending it down, using circular motions and windshield wiper motions. Blending, blending, blending. You see me look to the side there, and it's because I heard my cat in the trash, which he is doing right now, once again, if you can't hear that. And I'm not pushing hard at all, which is kind of why I'm holding the brush like a pencil. I find that it is easier to blend with it. Now I'm taking the color Mary, and I am using circular and windshield wiper motions, and I'm just buffing that all into my crease and on my outer V using circular and windshield wiper motions yet again. Just blending, blending, blending. Now going in with my fluffy blending brush, and this is actually the brush that came in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm gonna go in with the color 518. And I'm just going to be putting that under the brown and buffing it up into the brown. That way it doesn't cover the brown, and the brown kind of sticks out at the top, if that makes sense. So it's not just straight orange, because we're gonna be adding in some darker colors, and it's just all gonna blend together and look beautiful. That is my cat meowing. Super annoying. Blending it, just making sure everything is even, and just making sure it's all kind of outlining where the brown was. Now going in with the color Single, I'm just going to be putting that in my outer corner and blending it up. kind of to give it a smoky type of feel. That way it's not just the plain old orange. It's going to give it that darkness and depth in the outer corner as well as the crease when we bring it in, and it's just going to pull the whole entire look together. And yet again, you want to make sure you're not brushing, pushing too hard on the brush, or else it's not going to blend right. I feel like that's why some girls' makeup isn't blended right, is because they're pushing way too hard, and that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're just supposed to use a light hand and lightly blend it out. It takes a little longer, yes, but the results are definitely worth it, because trust me, you can tell when girls aren't blending right, girls and guys. I don't discriminate. But yeah. Now going back in with that same fluffy brush from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, I'm gonna go into the color Escape, and I'm just gonna put that right back on top of where I just put Single, and it's just gonna make it darker, add some depth in there. Pretty much just what I did with the brown, just in a different spot, which is right on my outer corner. And later we're gonna bring that in, but not yet. Blending up, making sure the orange and the purple are blended together so there are no harsh lines. And that way it just looks seamless and beautiful. Now I'm blending it into the crease. Just using a light hand and just slowly working it in. Now going in with a flat top from Vanity Planet, I am going to spritz it with some water. Then I'm gonna take the color So Good, and it is so good. And then I'm gonna take my Shape Tape concealer and I'm gonna kind of cut my crease, but it's really just to make sure I get the absolute most pigmentation from the shimmer. And I'm just gonna put that right where I put the foundation, right on my eyelid. It's only half my eyelid actually, because then we're gonna take a purple and we're gonna kind of outline that. Oh, I'm just hearing all sorts of noises in my house. It's really freaking me out. And it's the middle of the night and I'm the only one awake. So that's not cool. Oh, sorry, I'm dropping stuff. The only time I can record is at night because I have 2 kids. So, I always have to be quiet, which stinks, but whatever, I guess. And I'm just blending that now to make sure it's all evenly sparkly. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this beautiful color Artistry, and it really is art because it's freaking beautiful. I love it. And I'm gonna take a little tiny little flat brush, spritz it with some water, and I'm going to put it right alongside where I just put So Good, kind of like outlining it. Normally I would blend the purple into it right there, but instead I'm just gonna add that sparkle. It's just kind of look like it's blended. And I'm also gonna put that right over top where I put So Good, just outlining the top of it, like right on my crease is where I'm gonna put it. And then I'll just blend that all out. And that's just, I'm not really sure what kind of brush that is. It's just a little tiny brush. It was the smallest brush that I had, so that's why I'm using it. That way I can really get a fine line right on top of that So Good. I'm just kind of blending it. And now I'm taking the brush that I was using earlier for the purple, and I'm just going to use the excess that's left over on it just to bring that into my crease to blend the shimmer and the So Good, the orange and the purple and all of the colors just all together, make sure there's no creases and it's all seamless and gorgeous. Now taking my Wet n Wild Mega Liner, I'm going to do my wings. Now taking my Benefit Professional primer, I'm just going to prime my T-zone, which is my forehead, cheeks, nose, chin.
My camera actually turned off and I didn't even realize it until I was done recording. So I'm just going to take, all that it missed was my foundation routine, which is pretty simple. I don't do anything crazy. So I'm just going to take all the products I used and just show you what I did rather than actually doing them, I'm just going to show you exactly what I did with my hands. So I apologize for that. I know that sucks and you can't really learn anything from that, but I was already done by the time I realized, so I wasn't going to re-record, sorry. But I hope it's still helpful with me doing it with my hands, and I really apologize for that. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment.
So taking my House of Lashes in the light collection, I'm just going to be applying those with the lash glue that it came with, which is probably cheap and gross, but whatever. Now taking my Tarte Pro Glow palette, I took the color Shade, which is a cream contour, and I contoured exactly where I'm showing you, and I just used a beauty blender to blend that all out. Make it look seamless and natural. Now taking my Pretty Vulgar from the powder room, and I just used that as a base for everything. Well, not a base, as like a finish for everything, just to make sure everything was matte and covered, and it just blends my foundation out beautifully. Now taking my Tarte Pro Glow again, I used the highlight that is called Lit, and I just used the Real Techniques Set and Spotlight brush for that. In the Urban Decay Vice lipstick sample kit I used the color Pandemonium, then I took the color Escape and I went on my lower lash line. Then I used an Avon mascara that I got for Christmas, and I just used it to blend my real lashes into my fake ones and to do my bottom.